History loves its heroes, but it tends to forget the women who shattered expectations, defied kings and empires, and rewrote the rules of power, sometimes with a sword in hand, sometimes with a coded message behind enemy lines. Today, we're counting down the 5 most badass women in history. The ones who didn't just survive their world, they owned it. At number 5, we start in Nazi-occupied France. Noor Inayat Khan didn't look like your typical secret agent, because she wasn't. She was a writer, a musician, and a pacifist. But when the world went to war, she answered the call. Noor joined Britain's Special Operations Executive, the same organization that trained spies to sabotage the Nazis from within. She was dropped into France in 1943 as a wireless operator, the most dangerous role of all. Most didn't last a week. Noor lasted 3 months. A poet, a pacifist, a war hero. Noor didn't just fight for freedom. She became its symbol. Next up, a woman who made the Roman Empire sweat and burn. Meet Boudica, warrior queen of the Iceni tribe, mother of vengeance, and the woman who nearly broke Rome's back. After the Romans whipped her and assaulted her daughters, Boudica didn't just demand justice, she raised an army. She united British tribes and launched an all-out rebellion, torching Roman cities like Londinium to the ground. Her forces killed tens of thousands in what became one of the largest uprisings against the empire. Did she win? No. But for a moment, the most powerful empire on earth was terrified of a woman with a cause, a chariot, and an army of the furious. She had 309 confirmed kills and made the Nazis fear a woman more than most of their generals. Lyudmila Pavlichenko, the Lady Death of the Soviet Union. During World War II, Lyudmila joined the Red Army as a sniper. She wasn't there for show. She was there for war. In under a year, she racked up more kills than most soldiers would in a lifetime. She took down enemy snipers in brutal duels, crawling through mud and snow, waiting for the perfect shot. Sometimes for hours. When she was wounded, the Soviets pulled her from combat and sent her to America on a press tour. When asked if she wore makeup to war, she clapped back. "I wear my uniform with honor. A soldier, a symbol, and the deadliest woman you've probably never heard of." Some people escape slavery and never look back. Harriet Tubman escaped and then went back 13 times. Because freedom wasn't enough until everyone had it. Born into slavery in Maryland, Harriet Tubman escaped to the north. But instead of staying safe, she became a conductor on the Underground Railroad, a secret network of routes and safe houses. Armed and determined, she led over 70 people to freedom, often under the threat of death. But she didn't stop there. During the Civil War, she became a Union scout and spy. The first woman to lead an armed military raid in the US, she freed hundreds more and became a symbol of resistance. To the people she rescued, she was Moses. To history, she's a legend. Number 1 is a woman who was so fierce, she became a myth. Tomoe Gozen, the samurai who slashed her way into legend. In the 12th century Japan, samurai were elite warriors, and women were expected to stay far from the battlefield. Tomoe Gozen didn't just show up, she stole the spotlight. She led troops into battle, wielded a katana with deadly skill, and was said to be as graceful as she was lethal. She once decapitated a rival warrior in single combat, on horseback, while her comrades watched in stunned silence. Tomoe wasn't just fighting for her clan. She was rewriting the code of Bushido, 1 kill at a time. They led revolts. They fired rifles. They carried nations on their backs and never blinked. These women weren't side characters in history. They were its main event. Who else should have made this list? Tell us in the comments. And if you want more legendary stories from the past, subscribe and hit that bell, because we're just getting started.